Sr., Fred Hampton Sr., and he was born on the 30th day of August in 1948. My brother, my sister, he was born Frederick Allen Hampton on the 30th day of August in 1948 in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States of America. He died at an early age of 21 on the 4th day of December in 1969. How did he die? He was assassinated. He died from his gunshot wounds. Who shot the gun? Or who shot the guns? Who pulled the trigger? My brother, my sister, follow me as we tell this story. Fred Hampton was born on the 30th day of August in 1948 in present-day Summit, Argo, in Illinois, generally shortened as Summit, and moved with his parents to another Chicago suburb known as Maywood when he was only 10 years old. Now, his parents had come from Louisiana as part of the Great Migration of the African Americans in the early 20th century out of the South. They both worked at the Argo Starch Company, a cornstarch processor. As a youth, Hampton was gifted both in the classroom and, of course, athletically, he was able to succeed on the track and field. He hoped to play center field for the New York Yankees later in his life, but that never happened. But he was a man who had a strong conscience and could not accept injustice anywhere. At the age of 10 years, when he had moved with his family from Louisiana, my brother, my sister, see what happened now. He started hosting weekend breakfasts for other children from the neighborhood, cooking the meals himself in what could be described as a precursor to the Panthers free breakfast program. He started it at the age of 10. In high school, he led walkouts protesting black students' exclusion from the competition for homecoming queen and calling on officials to hire more black teachers and administrators. He graduated from the Proviso East High School with honors. And of course, he moved on to enroll at the Triton Junior College in nearby River Grove, Illinois, where he majored in pre-law. He planned to become a more familiar face in the fight against wickedness on black people. So what did he do? He planned to become a very powerful force in that arena. Oh my God. He heard about the Black Panthers movement, and he decided to join that. In 1966, Fred Hampton turned 18. At that time, he started identifying with the Third World Socialist struggles, as well as reading communist revolutionaries like Che Guevara, Ho Chi Minh, Mao Zedong. He read all these. Hey, see what happened now, my brother? He became active in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, and he assumed leadership position of East-West Suburban Branches Youth Council. My brother, my sister, see what happened now? He was able to get so many new members join the group, and he was so active. He was so powerful. He knew law, and he helped so many black people who were facing injustice to go to the court and be able to stand firm and fight for their rights in court. In 1968, my brother, my sister, our hero was 20 years old. Hampton was accused of assaulting an ice cream truck driver, stealing $71 worth of ice cream bars and giving them to kids in the streets who he said were hungry. He was convicted in May 1969 and he served time in prison. Oh gosh, see what happened now? When he served time, he came out. Oh, see what happened? He stole ice cream to feed little children on the street. And he went to jail for 1 solid year. And when he came out in 1969, many more things happened. He became deputy chairman of the BPP Illinois chapter, conducted a meeting condemning sexism and some other such ills in America and beyond. Hey, soon he was known all over America in the black movement. Oh my God. Now Jeffrey Haas, who was Hampton's lawyer, has always praised him that he was a man who was so selfless. But see what happened now. Hey, interesting things happening now. Watch this. Now the FBI decided to assassinate him because he was winning a lot of souls for the black movement. People believed in him, in his selflessness, and they believed in his intellect. So many people gravitated towards him. Hi, the FBI director J. Edgar Hoover was determined to prevent the foundation of a cohesive black movement in the United States. Hoover believed the Panthers, Young Patriots, and Young Lords, and similar radical coalitions that Hampton forged in Chicago were a stepping stone to rise out of the revolution that will cause a radical change in the United States government. And he didn't want it to happen. So they started looking for him. He realized it, and he got another black woman to support him and help him and guard him and protect him. Now the NAACP gave him 2 people who gathered him with guns, but one of them became a sellout. My brother, my sister, was able to tell the FBI where exactly they could find him, at what time he would be in bed, and at what time he would be defenseless. At that time, his wife was pregnant. My God have mercy. Interesting things happening. Remember, this is the African History class, and my name Blakk Rasta on 92.7 in Living Stereo. And today we tell you the story of Fred Hampton. What else can I say? What else can I do? This is our own history, and I need you to come along. Yes. On the 9th of November 13 in 1969, whilst our hero Frederick Hampton was in California, Chicago police officers John J. Gilholly and Frank G. Rappaport were killed in a gun battle with Panthers. One died the next day. They had come over trying to assassinate the man in his absence. A total of 9 police officers were shot by the Black Panthers when they were attacked by the police. My brother, my sister, Spurgeon Winter Jr., a 19-year-old Panther, was killed by police. Another Panther, Lawrence S. Bell, was charged with murder. And in an unassigned editorial headline, "No Quarter for Wild Beats," the Chicago Tribune urged the Chicago police officers approaching suspected Panthers should be ordered to be ready to shoot. My God, they incited the police against black people. My brother, my sister, and on this day, there was a raid. Yes, there was a raid. My producer is going to put out the photograph of the house where our hero was at the time of this raid that took his life. And then we would also see the bed and room where Hampton was fatally shot and killed on this day. My brother, my sister, he was in his room at exactly 4 a.m. The heavily armed police team arrived at the site. It was a hidden secret site. But another black man who became a sellout decided to push the police into that. And at exactly 4:55 a.m., early morning, they stormed the apartment. Mark Clark, sitting in the front room of the apartment with a shotgun in his lap, was on security duty. The police shot him in the chest, killing him. The other man who was supposed to be on duty was a sellout who did not report for duty on the day. And what happened, my brother, my sister? After the guard was shot, oh, our hero for today became a very, very much of a blank target. They shot him. But remember, before he was shot, the sellout black man fed him or drugged him with barbiturates, aka sleeping tablets, my brother, my sister. And he was fast asleep and could not defend himself when they shot him several times. My brother, my sister, his wife was pregnant, in fact 9 months pregnant with their child, and in her presence her husband was shot and killed. Today, my brother, my sister, 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 we remember the sad story of Frederick Hampton, the man who was shot and killed after a sellout black man was bribed by the FBI to give him sleeping tablets, aka barbiturates. Whilst he was fast asleep, the police broke in and shot and killed his only guard on duty, opened fire on the sleeping man and took his life. Today, my brother, my sister, today, my brother, my sister, my producer is going to put up the photograph. He's going to put up the photograph of the house in which Hampton was shot and killed. My producer is going to put up a photograph of the bed that he was sleeping on. And the blood around the bed is a black and white photograph. He died whilst drugged with barbiturates. Oh, Papa. Papa. Papa, Missy Wunyamiko, Papa. Papa, Yakaiwo, Papa. Yeah, at the age of 21. At the age of 21, he was gone. Oh, they shot and killed him. Oh, they knew that he was going to be brave and very strong in the future, braver than they thought. They knew he was going to lead black people forward, and they did not want black people to rise. Oh, Papa, Uninyamiko, look at the bed. Look at the bed. Look at the bed where they shot him on. Oh, look at the bed they shot him on. Oh, and look at the blood all over the place. Oh, Papa, look at him lying in state. Oh, yeah, minubeko wate. Papa, missy minubeko. Oh, Papa, 21. Oh, they shot him. Oh, Papa, missy minubeko wate. Yeah, Papa, Papa, yeah. Why? He died. Oh, Papa. Oh, Uncle Fred. Uncle Fred, Baba, yo. In the burden of knowledge, I ask you, now that you know, what would you do? Be an any olea mini obafe, Yezunda Kagane Mezaka Yine, Ye Papango Bokayan, Fifia Yanu Kainawo, Bana Eweden, Lela Anjima Singa Bekone, Lela Anjima Singa Berry. Oh, Papa, it's been the African History Club.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.